My setup in particular, a little bit different than what we've talked about before, because I'm trying to sort of meet in the middle, if you will, between decent speed but also still being a laser. So obviously, as we saw on the graph earlier, we're using the MX silencer, the Cooper custom barrel, which obviously is the largest barrel in this case, and the 9mm 60 round mags for just the easiest recoil in the world. Now, as far as the optic goes, 3 to 6 times works phenomenally because you can zoom into 6 times and have minimal recoil, so that's great. I was using 2.5 in the gameplay, and honestly I really like this because again it makes the weapon even more of a laser beam, so it's super simple and super easy to use. For the stock here, in the past I've used things like the 45 RS, which is better for initial firing recoil and ADS. I've used the padded for better control. I've used the 45W for better control. But actually, just because this thing is so easy, I don't feel like you need to necessarily stack control here. You can go for the skeletal underbarrel. You slightly get worse initial firing recoil, which is not noticeable in game, I'm gonna be honest with you, and you get some better movement speed back, which is crucial for playing on Rebirth or Fortune's Keep in some mid-range gunfights and just rotating with it in general. So that felt very, very consistent to me. For the underbarrel here, you can go several different ways. Skeletal is a great choice. Hand stop is a great choice. Carver is a great choice. Like, you really can't go wrong with any of these, if I'm being honest. So it really just comes down to preference there. Skeletal for some movement speed, Carver for some vertical control, hand stop for general control. All those work just fine. For the ammo, obviously we're going to go for lengthened. We're going to go for hatched grip for our rear grip here all the way up at the top for better control in general. Perk 1, I'm still going for tight grip. Hard scope is not as good as tight grip in general. Discard, not really worth it. Brace, initial firing recoil, you can get that back, but I feel like you're getting more out of tight grip in general. Fleet Vital, Icy Veins, not really anything crazy, so we'll go for the slightly better control there. Then perk 2, either on hand for that better ADS or fully loaded for that maximized ammo, whichever you prefer there. But you get a very consistent Cooper setup here, nice and aggressive. And like I said, it is one of the easiest guns to use in the game, while also having a very, very competitive TTK. And that being said, that is why the Cooper is going to be a top tier meta weapon here moving forward, especially as we see changes to some of these other previous top tier meta guns.